before our parent company, Amarillo Cotton, was built, their warehouses up there, we stored almost 500,000 bales here, which is a lot of cotton. I couldn't imagine raising our kids in Los Angeles either, you know, and coming back to the Texas Panhandle. So we've been back a long time. Probably what, Dave, 25 years or?
Yeah, probably close to that.
This is the story of two young men from Tulia who became stars on one of the most popular shows on television in the 70s. Lawrence Welk, called the Otwell Twins.
Mr. Welk was on the phone, you know, and I think got David in there, and he says, "Guess who this is?" And so we get on the phone, and it's Mr. Welk, and he says, "How would you like to come to California and be on my TV show?" And so, of course, we said, "You bet." Wishing well on the edge of town, the story goes that someone drowned.
They had these two girls that they had just hired, Sheila and Sherry Aldrich, and beautiful girls, sang great. And he said, "You know," he said, "I've got one spot on the show, but I just hired these girls." So he said, "I want you to see if you can sing together."
I could play for the world on the Martin guitar.
So he is very fortunate for these boys. These guys have really, you know, helped put Tulia on the map. Once again this year they were here, and they helped make it successful. We had more people on the square than we've had in forever.
The Otwells say doing the Welk show was a learning experience.
You had your number, and then there were group numbers. So every show you had probably 6 songs, you know, to learn, to memorize, and it was weekly that you taped. So we would do a pre-record at the old Annex Studios where Elvis used to record. It was a tube studio on Hollywood and Vine.
You know, we get kind of used to taping the show. Then, you know, the shows go into reruns for that year, and we start on tour. And Lawrence does 3 tours a year, and he'd do a southern tour, a northern tour, and then maybe a midwestern tour. And so we're going out 21 days straight. We fly to a different city the next day, and I think we were scared to death about flying. And I remember our first show was in Phoenix. There's 20,000 people out there.
Being on the Welk show all those years was like being in a certain type of college.
They toured on their own in the years after the show and now have successful lives, and they look back fondly on those early years.
Anyway, we're very fortunate that we got to do that.
Celebrating the Panhandle spirit, Larry Lemmons, ABC 7 News.